After my long journey to the surface, there was little else to do. I carried the hydrogen that I had promised to the monkeys. The Empire of Hands was very grateful, and I decided then that I would help them with their Zeppelin, though for what reason I'm not entirely sure. I even agreed to poison a group of cannibals on the island, for they had a great deal of supplies the monkeys had need of. It was when the seneschal of the Monkey Kingdom handed me that poison that I had to take a long look at myself. What had happened to me over this course of my career? On the Z, had I changed somehow? There was little time to think. I gained the supplies that the monkeys needed, and began working on finishing up their fuel reserves. Along my way from the Empire of Hands, I came across another damnable sorrow spider tree. I knew that it would not last. This peace, this freedom from these abhorrent creatures! I put the torch to it again, and again I watched in somewhat grim satisfaction as it burned. But there was also now a despondency. This tree had come back once before. It would be back again, I knew. To take my mind off of what I had seen, I headed to Irem and dreamt. This land of lies, dreams, and prophecy. I found a golden apple on a tree of dreams, and when I awoke, I held it within my hand. I had gone to the surface originally because I knew I might not be coming back to London. I spoke with Noctis and Marina, and kissed them on the cheeks and on the heads, and agreed to take the merchant venturer to his final destination, the avid horizon. I have said before that it is a great gateway. The merchant, I know not why, but the supplies I had gathered for him, he used them to construct edifices around the gate. He told me that he was going to find the currency of the stars in heaven, to trade beyond the gate, to see what lie beyond the great Neath and the sky above. I saw a blinding light, not like the gate was opening, but as if something had been awakened. The merchant and his supplies were gone when the light died down. He was no longer part of this world, but I was. I returned home and visited with Noctis and Marina, taking far more time with them this time. It felt almost as if I was in a dream. My son was still alive and growing. He had even become friends with the little monkey. I keep calling her the monkey foundling, but that's perhaps just habit. She had saved me enough times that I decided to give her a name. I named her Lissa. She was a good one. Though she acted at times like a monkey, she was still human. It was easy to see. She and Noctis got on well, as did she and Marina. Before too long we had to journey out again. Once more I traded with the surface and bathed with the light of the sun. I captured some of that light to share it with others. My father had named me Solaris. Whether or not he knew my future, I had become enamored with the sunlight. Its burning beauty, its scorching heat. I had helped the Dawn acolytes, those who worked for the Dawn machine, to take London, and now I sold sunlight to those who would have use of it on the Isle of Cats. Perhaps a part of me rebelled when I visited the mirrored city of Varchas, though it was not the sun I rebelled against, but their parochial order, where the fools who thought themselves kings decided that no one should leave this city, that it was to be cut off. And so I joined with Neathers in smashing the mirrors of the city, turning it dark. I'm not sure if what I did was right, honestly. The turbaned youth who I had met before, he was one of the people leading the revolution. And yet, well, something was off about him. It was almost as what my mechanic, my magician, had said. The Dream Kings, the Mirror Ones, the Finger Kings, the Snake Gods, they lived in dreams and they haunted mirrors. And this youth held a mirror around his neck. For every one he shattered, more mirrors appeared in the shards. I left that fallen city, not sure what would do next. I killed another Tree of Ages. This time there was no joy, no satisfaction. The sorrow spiders and their scuttering, they would keep going. I could not burn them out completely. Even with 1,000 ships, I could not burn all the webs of the Nativity and the Saviour's rocks. With my heart heavy, I headed back to the Empire of Hands, to the monkeys, delivered the last of their fuel, and finally the Zeppelin was complete. The blasted fools! They'd said that I could name it. I thought to call it the uttermost end, to head towards the end of the Neath. But instead they chose their own name and claimed that it was my choice. How bloody typical. The monkeys at least gave me access to their emperor. I got a chance to meet him without his mask. I saw behind the mask. Something about him. It was as if he held more souls than one, and each one filled with a burning, insatiable hatred for humanity. I knew right then and there that my pity had been misplaced. These things were our equals, all right. Anything that can steal, or lie, or cheat, or manipulate, anything that can harbor such undying hatred was the equal of a human any day. And that was nothing to be proud of. My whimsy and pity, it turned to anger at these creatures. I had given them their dream, and they asked me to destroy London for it. I had a choice to make. Lissa sat with me, and we talked for a bit about the foods that she liked and the places we'd seen underneath as I sailed back to London with a treasure trove of secrets the Emperor had given me, enough to destroy the Admiralty and possibly even the Dawn Acolytes. I thought long and hard as I talked with her. When I arrived in London, I would have to make a decision.